Start off in a comfortable seat with your palms together at heart center. We're going to be doing a heart opening sequence. So come into an Ujjayi breath, breathing deeply in and out through your nose. Set an intention to open your heart. Reach up your hands overhead and lean to the right, getting a really nice stretch in your left side. On your next inhale, reach back up, and on an exhale, lean over to your left side to stretch out the right. Inhale, reach your arms back up and bring your palms together at heart center. Tilt your head to the right and place your right hand on your left ear. Don't pull on your neck at all, just leave your hand there for the extra weight and stretch out the left side of your neck. You can play around with where your neck is and where your left hand is, and that'll change the stretch. Come back into center and stretch out the other side of your neck. So tilt your head to the left and place your left hand on your right ear. Come back into center and just start making circles with your neck, going one way and then going the other way. Taking as much time as you need. On an inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, right hand to left knee and left hand behind for a seated twist. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist the other way. Every inhale, get length, and every exhale, twist a little more. Come back to center. Spread your legs wide. Inhale, come into eagle arms. Get a lot of length, and keeping your spine straight, bend forward as much as you can. It's more important to keep your spine long than it is to touch the ground. Just breathe deeply into the stretch. Come back to center and switch your arms, putting the left arm on top this time, or whatever one you didn't do. Inhale, lift your elbows, lengthen your back, and exhale, fold forward. Breathe deeply in and out through your nose. Inhale, come back up and ankles together for Baddha Konasana, or butterfly pose. Get lots of length and then fold forward as much as you can, comfortably. Sit up and fold forward again. Only going as far forward as is comfortable for you. Inhale and sit back up. Come into a plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and a downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up Exhale, warrior two. Making sure that your front ankle is directly beneath your knee and that you're standing with your front heel in line with your back foot's arch. On your next inhale, straighten your front leg. Reach forward, get as much length as you can, and come into triangle pose. If you want, come into bound triangle, clasping your hands behind your back. Back to triangle, and back to warrior two. Take a vinyasa. Plank pose, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhaling your left leg up, keeping your hips squared. Come into warrior two. Inhale, reach forward with your front leg straight, coming into triangle. Get lots of length. Try to make a complete straight line from fingertip to fingertip. On your next inhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Open your heart in a bound triangle pose. Come back to triangle and warrior two. Take another vinyasa. Coming into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up, going back into warrior two. Breathing deeply in and out through your nose. Interlace your hands behind your back and exhale forward into humble warrior. Make sure to keep your weight still in your back foot too. Come back up into warrior two and take another vinyasa. Plank, chaturanga, breathing into upward facing dog and then exhaling into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths, and on your next inhale, lift your leg up. Left side, coming into warrior two again. Interlace your hands behind your back with the other pinky on top and lean forward into humble warrior. Making sure to keep weight in your back leg. Inhale back to warrior two and take another vinyasa at your own pace. Make sure you're breathing deeply in and out through your nose. Staying present. Breathing deeply into your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, reach your right leg up and bring it forward into warrior two. Then come into a triangle pose, getting lots of length. Opening your heart wide. Look forward, put your weight into your front foot, and come into a half moon, and maybe fall out of it. So just try again if you come out of it. Come back into warrior two, get length, into your triangle pose. And then here comes attempt number 2 at my half moon. Still a little wobbly, but much better, I think. Now come back into warrior 2 and take a vinyasa. Plank to up dog, back to down dog. Now lift up your left leg and bring it into warrior 2. Opening your heart towards the ocean. Straighten your front leg, get lots of length, and come into triangle pose. Now put all your weight into your front foot, lean forward, and place your front hand about a foot away from your foot on the pinky toe side. It's easier if you have a block to rest your bottom hand on, or if you have some books or anything you could stack up to bring the ground closer to you. Back to warrior 2 and take another vinyasa. Coming back to downward facing dog. Walk forward and stand with your legs spread wide apart. Clasp your hands behind your back and come into a forward fold, keeping lots of length in your spine. Continue to breathe deeply in and out through your nose. Inhale back up. Come into a crescent pose. Reach your arms up towards the sky. On every exhale, bend your elbows and your knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Going at your own pace. Now come into a warrior 2 and switch your warrior 2 to the other side. Adjust your back foot, squaring your hips off to the side you're facing, and coming back into crescent on the other leg. Reach your arms up, and on an exhale, bend your elbows and your knee. Every inhale, reaching up, straightening your leg, and every exhale, bending everything. Keep going at your own pace. And then take a vinyasa when you're done. Inhale your leg up, coming into crescent again on your right side. Bring your hands to heart center. Come into warrior 3. So come back into crescent and then warrior 3. Alternating between the two. So exhale into crescent, inhale warrior 3. Taking your time. Go at your own pace. Just keep alternating between crescent and warrior 3. You might get a little shaky. It's extra hard to balance if you're staring at water, in my defense. Now take another vinyasa. Coming back into downward facing dog. Lifting up your left leg and coming back into crescent. From here, go to warrior 3 and then back into crescent. Warrior 3 and back into crescent. Keep alternating between the two poses, going at your own pace. Warrior 3 and crescent. Take a vinyasa. Come onto your knees and then come into dolphin. On an inhale, come into dolphin plank and exhale back to dolphin. Inhale, dolphin plank, exhale, 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 dolphin. Inhale, plank, exhale, dolphin. Inhale, plank, exhale, dolphin. Keep going, you're doing great. Inhale, dolphin plank. Now come into regular plank. Put your feet together, roll off to your right side. Coming into side plank. And then put your top foot down, coming into wild thing. Reach out behind you. Really open your heart. Now come back into your right side plank. Into regular plank. Now feet together and roll off to your left side. Try not to let the wind blow you over. Come into wild thing on the left side. Reaching your right arm back and keeping your knees bent. Now back into your left side plank, into a regular plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, bend your knee, and stretch open your hip. Again, you might fall if you're outside. Now come into pigeon. Make sure to keep your front foot flexed to protect your knee. Keeping your spine long, fold forward, and lay down as much as you can. Just relaxing into the pose. Make sure to come out of pigeon immediately if your knee hurts. You should never hurt your knee in yoga. Just breathe really deeply into the stretch. Inhale, come up. Lift your right leg all the way up before putting it back into downward facing dog. Then lift your left leg up, open your hip, bend your knee, and stretch it out. And then very gracefully bring it forward into pigeon. which I assume is what I was trying to do on the other side. Relax into the stretch. Make sure that your back foot is pointed directly behind you and it isn't going out to the side. Take long, deep breaths. Inhale, come out of it. Lift your left leg up, stretch it out again before placing it back down into downward facing dog. Then come into plank and lower all the way to the floor. Reach both your arms out wide into a T. Roll over onto your right shoulder and try to clasp your hands behind your back. Your arm might not reach. If you want to go deeper, you can bend your knee. And if you want to go even deeper than me, you can also bend your other knee. Just breathe into the stretch. Open your heart. Come back to center. And then roll over to your left side. Trying to have your hands meet behind your back. Just relax into the stretch. Opening your heart. Still taking deep breaths in and out through your nose. Come back to center, lying with your hands splayed out. Now bring your hands to your ribs and come into a cobra. From your cobra, we're going to transition into a child's pose. Take as long as you want here. And then we're going to sit up and take another twist. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, right hand to left knee and left hand behind. Getting length on your inhales and twisting more on your exhales. Inhale, bring your arms back up overhead. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, hands back up. Now lie down into your Shavasana. Getting super comfy. Just keep your mind clear. Focus on your breath. Chill out. Keep your heart open. And just lay there. Relax your breath, coming into more of a natural breath, less structured. Now slowly start to move your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms up overhead. Roll off to your right side, coming into a fetal position, and just staying there as long as you want. Very slowly, with your eyes still closed, no peeking, come into a comfortable meditative seat. You can bring your hands to heart center and meditate with them there. But it's actually really challenging, so I would advise you to bring your hands into your lap or whatever is most comfortable for you. Keeping your eyes closed and your focus on your breath. Now start to think of somebody that you want to open your heart to. And we're going to take a few minutes to meditate on that. So just meditate in your own way, focusing on opening your heart to this person. If you would rather just meditate, focusing on your breath, feel free to do that too. Keeping your eyes closed, your heart open, and your entire body still. Don't move a muscle, and don't lose your focus. When your thoughts start to drift, bring them back to that person that you're opening your heart to. Or you could focus on your breath. Just keeping your eyes closed. Don't peek. I promise when the meditation is over, I'll let you know. So meditate on your own for the next couple of minutes. I'll let you know when to come out of it. Slowly start to open your eyes. If your hands aren't there already, bring them to heart center. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to the universe. And be kind to all life, everywhere. Namaste.